Welcome, everybody, to Intensity Broadcasting's Average Joe Northeast Dirt Tour. I'm your host, Matt Knights, joined again by Alex Weiss. Alex, how are you this evening?
Good. As if you couldn't get enough Bristol today, we got another 50-lap shootout here at Bristol as there's some schoolyard hockey going on there. I mean, you guys have battled it out hard all season, and they're just having a little bit of fun here. One heat race tonight, 7 drivers tonight. Brett Holman, Dylan Petty, Dylan Thomas, Matt Belt, John Bragman, Quentin Reed, and Zach McMillan, your 7-car field. We're going to move through the program pretty quick, which kind of sucks because there's a lot of action to be had with these guys. Matt, what did you think of the Bristol action today?
I didn't get to see a whole lot of it. It was neat. It was different. But honestly, boy, there were an awful lot of cautions today.
Yeah, I expected it, but I tell you what, the Cup cars did look good on dirt. Green flag is out. So the cars light to life this big half mile. I had turned a couple practice laps here before the session, and these cars are touchy. You just kind of throw it in and just enough steering wheel input to keep it aimed in the general direction you need to go. As Brett Holman is out to an early lead over Dylan Thomas. Dylan Petty close in tow. But if you look back at the other pack, Matt Belt, Quentin Reed, John Bragman, and Zach McMillan, they're nose to tail lined up in a all-out brawl themselves. They're good racing all the way around the track. Quentin Reed gets a run off the high side, trying to make something happen over Matt Bell. Looks like he tags the wall a little bit, washes high into the marbles. The cushion's not quite up there yet.
It's a good run coming off the corner, though.
Yeah, he pushing it high. It's nothing quite up there yet. And he's lost a lot of ground back there with Zach McMillan there for that 7th spot. Kind of single file throughout the field. Brett Holman out to a decent little gap, 0.3 of a second over Dylan Thomas, and then 0.8 back to Petty. Just past halfway, Holman, Thomas, Petty, your running order. There's pretty well single file. Dylan Petty's trying to work that bottom, trying to make something happen. But it's still early, and there's not a whole lot of rubber put down the track yet. As Thomas is kind of falling in line with Holman, trying to make something happen. Gets up to his back bumper, going down into turn 3 and 4, side by side as they come down through 3 and 4, across the start-finish line, side by side, down into turn 1 and 2, hard racing. Here for the lead. Heat races, top 3 in the heat race do score points. So this is for something, not just starting position in your 50-lap A main. Thomas just not quite able to get anything done on the bottom. We'll see if that bottom line comes in later in the program. Oh, almost gets him, slides it out a little too far, loses a lot of momentum. That lets Dylan Petty suck up to his back bumper. Oh, Petty drives it in and punts Thomas. Oh, I guess that was the last lap. Whoops. As Dylan Thomas is 3-wheeling it. Boy, these big blocks have awkward damage models sometimes.
Yeah, you don't normally see something like that there, do you?
That was just 10 laps. We got another 50 to go starting order, Dylan Petty is right there at the pole. Finished third in that heat race, inverting the top three. Gives him that P1 spot. Dylan Thomas second. So they're already lined up, ready to run away from these guys and put on a show. Brett Holman in that third spot. Matt Belt fourth. Zach McMillan fifth. Quentin Reed sixth. And John Bragman rounding out your 7-car field. Seven-car field, small field. It's going to make for some either some tight racing through all seven, or they're going to get spread out. We'll find out.
While they are pacing around, let's give a shout out to the season race sponsors: Zach McMillan and Grace Excavation, Team Fast Motorsports, and U-House Racing Designs. Hit all three of them up on Facebook. U-House Racing Designs is Brian U-House. iRacing wraps of any sort. Team Fast, two-wheel, four-wheel mods, paint schemes, and we're off to the races.
The pace truck is off, and we are green flag racing. 3 wide for the start. Thomas and Petty. Petty down low, Thomas up high. Clears them already. Matt Belt on a mission from God, ripping that top line. We're going to push that cushion up further and further up to the wall, trying to make a line up there as he clears Petty already. Has his eyes set on that 03 machine of Dylan Thomas. There's single file. Can't see anything through that guy's red hat. Single file. They're all working the high side. Won't be long till somebody starts making moves elsewhere. Petty about a half a lane down on Belt. Belt clearly not too concerned with it. Oop, little bobble there. Deacon throw a tarp over this top three. Petty trying to make a move down there, not quite able to make anything happen just yet. Petty slow, throws it down low, tries to throw a slider on Belt, not able to make it stick just yet. With these long, wide bank corners, it's really hard to get a slider done here. Thomas still leads 6 laps in. Belt second, Petty third. Holman fourth, McMillan fifth, Bragman sixth, Quentin Reed in your 7th and final spot. Belt looks to make a move, gets that second spot back from Petty, drives it down low, slides it up. Ooh, stuffs Petty. Going to kill his momentum, but he's going to get a good drive off and going to challenge Thomas for the lead. And he is going to take it on that bottom side, slides it up. Thomas going to cross over, going down the back stretch, on the front stretch. I can't tell them apart. Thomas throws a slider, Belt into the wall, loses a little bit of momentum. That's going to let Petty catch up, but don't look now. Zach McMillan and Brent Holman back there looking to get into this scrap. They single file back up front. Thomas working down a line low. Belt up next to the wall. Petty right behind him. Wild racing as we are 10 laps in. Thomas slides it out a little bit. We're going to lose a little momentum. It's going to let Matt Belt catch up to the back bumper of him. And Dylan Petty's going to try and slide down low. Throws the slider on Belt, shuts him down, makes the move, secures that second spot. Won it again, but it seems to be that Petty doesn't quite have anything to reel in Thomas, but Belt is able to reel in Thomas. They are single filed out. Holman working underneath the 41 of Belt. He wants to get back in that top three. Side by side. Gonna try and throw a little bit of the slider, not quite able to get it done. Belt looking underneath Holman down the backstretch. McMillan looking underneath Belt as well. Holman secures the pass. Belt working the high side. Holman down low. McMillan down low as well. Belt's going to suck up and try and make a move. Nothing quite able to happen just yet. Here comes the 4 of John Bragman into the picture just by a tiny, tiny bit. Belt underneath. Gonna try and make a move. Can't quite get anything done. 15 laps into this 50-lap A main here at the high banks of Bristol Motor Speedway. Single filed out through third through fifth. While these guys are back here slicing and dicing, this really gives a chance for Dylan and Dylan to really run away from it. They're spread out, not quite able to make anything done. Matt, your ticker's not on the broadcast.
Yeah, I know. It's on the other screen, and I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to move it.
10-4.
I can tell you we're on lap 18.
I will keep an eye on that as we work through yet another technical difficulty here with a really green crew, me and Matt are. Kind of a little bit of trial by fire here with these average Joe's guys, but they're gracious enough to work with us through our trials and tribulations. As we are lap 20. On lap 20, Thomas, Petty, Holman, Belt, McMillan, Bragman, and Reed. Caution is out. Quentin Reed looks like he had a solo spin. A little too close to the pit wall, climbed it, or outside wall, climbed it, rode the fence, and yeah, these East Coast dirt modifieds don't like wall contact. They will climb and they will flip and they will do everything but go straight. Gonna give these guys a chance to kind of take a breather and figure out what's going on and kind of make what's what of what, as we're gonna rack them back up and go green flag racing here in about 2 laps. These guys are anxious and ready to go. They are already lined up 2 by 2, and the lights aren't even off on the pace car. Lights on the pace car are off. We're going to rack them up 2 by 2. Looks like Thomas is going to take the high side, Petty down low. Holman inside, Belt outside. And then McMillan and Bragman making up that third row, and Quentin Reed all by his lonesome, going to take whatever line he wants back there. Green flag is out. Holman gets a huge jump on Petty. We're going to go back under caution.
Maybe someone jumped the start.
Yeah, it looks like Brent Holman jumped it pretty hard. Petty was asleep. And Holman was watching, waiting for that. Yeah, they're re-racking due to the, yeah, it looked like race control forgot leader had lane choice.
I apologize, folks. I am not able to get the ticker moved over. Beyond my abilities. But hopefully the stream's coming through okay. You can at least see it. You got a world-class announcer in Alex here. Does it get any better?
Well, I can somehow say words in an order that resembles English.
I'm waiting for the handsome one, with high line and handsome, high side.
High, wide, and handsome.
There you go. I think I saw a paint scheme that had that on there.
The back of my East Coast Dirt Modified says Mullet Mafia. Not to be confused with the Brendan Queen Mullet Mafia.
30 laps to go this time by.
Yeah, it's been action-packed. Green flag is out. Holman able to get a jump on Petty there. Can't quite do anything with it. Gonna work that bottom side, trying to make something happen. Not quite able to get it done. Gonna tuck in. As Petty is working the wall. Holman trying to work underneath, trying to get something going, trying to get some momentum and get up to that front spot. As yet again, Holman and Petty are battling while Thomas runs away. As Belt working on Bragman back there for the fourth spot. Bragman hanging tough up high. He ain't going to give it away tonight.
Now, Alex, am I correct in assuming that you want to try to avoid those black areas in the corners?
Yes, that is rubber put down on the track. No, it is not the asphalt wearing through, or the dirt wearing through the asphalt like a lot of people thought today. There is 6 feet of dirt from the paved surface to the top of the dirt surface. If these cars were digging, if the Cup cars today were digging through 6 feet of dirt, then we had problems.
But my understanding is you want to avoid the black areas because that's where it
Yes, it is
gets
slick.
kind of greasy there.
It's
not a lot of
slick and
grip.
dry. It's called dry slick. It's the technical dirt track terminology. It's where it is dried off and the rubber from the tires has been put down and it is slick as ice. You get a big show at a track, and the whole track will be black.
So what do you do then?
You pedal it and pray.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a battle for the lead developing as Petty throws a slider on Thomas. Thomas dives down low, looking to return the favor. They're going to go door to door down the backstretch. Thomas down low, going to slide up and shut the door. Petty's going to make contact with Homan. Good save from the 49 as Petty dives it underneath Thomas, and Thomas is going to go up top, diamond it off, drive it down, and get door to door with him again. Thomas down low, slides it up. Petty not quite there to make the crossover, but they're going to be door to door going down the front stretch at the line. 30 laps complete. 20-something to go. I'm not good at math. 19 to go. Thomas out front. Petty and Homan side by side. Woo, big contact.
Keeps it going, though.
Yeah.
I do see a caution out, though.
Caution is out. Looks like Thomas slid it out, tagged the wall as Petty showed up his left rear, and chain reaction took out Petty, Homan, and Belt drove straight on through. Good save by Dylan Thomas, though.
That looks to me like it's just a racing deal. Just kind of happens.
That was quite the save from Mr. Petty.
Well, let's see if we can't finish hitting these sponsors with Zach McMillan at Grace Excavation, 304-276-6795. Team Fast, Dustin Wendy, TeamFastMotorsports.com, and U-House Racing Designs on Facebook, Brian U-House. And I do have, he posted this little tidbit here. This is one of his designs. You can see the YRD. I love it because it's the number 8, which is my number. So hit him up.
That is a sharp unit.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? I do want to hit out the points here. Dylan Petty leads Dylan Thomas by 4 points. 196 to 192. Matthew Belt with 184. And this is the last race of the season. After tonight, these guys will take a little bit of a break and they'll be back in the fall.
Yeah, due to them spinning out, Thomas and Petty are going to start from 5th and 6th place.
Very interesting. Brett Holman up there. Well, now they're cycling through. But I thought it was going to be Brett Holman, Matt Belt, Zach McMillan, John Bragman, Dylan Petty, Dylan Thomas, Quentin Reed.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Belt, Holman, Bragman, McMillan. Yeah, Petty, Thomas, Reed.
I hope we got the rows somewhat there anyway. Boy, it's a good thing there's not 40-some cars out here.
Yeah. And at least all these guys know how to drive dirt, unlike in the Cup Series.
That's very true.
They interviewed Daniel Suarez, and he said he didn't have a clue what he was doing. He was just hanging on to it. Holman out to a big lead. Belt second. McMillan third. Thomas already up to that 4th spot, working on the back bumper to Zach McMillan. He wants to get back to that front spot, and Holman looking to check out from Belt. Thomas has already thrown a slider on McMillan for that 3rd spot, whereas Petty stuck behind McMillan. It is still Holman.
Is he going to get a twofer?
Petty throwing a fat slider, getting a twofer. That was wild. Petty and Thomas throwing back sliders back and forth.
Meanwhile,
it's like an all-out heavyweight battle.
Brett Holman and Matt Belt just trying to distance themselves as much as they can with 15 to go.
Zach McMillan going to hang tough underneath Petty, going to try and make something happen. As we know, these two are the absolute rockets of the field. Bragman making a move on McMillan. Holman and Belt out front by a good chunk. Almost a second gap between the leaders and 3rd place of Dylan Thomas. Let's see if he at the line. That gap is expanding to 1.1 seconds at the line. Caution is out. Looks like Quentin Reed had a little bit of trouble yet again. Pushed it up to the wall and run out of room up there.
You kind of see coming into this corner, there's not much track left that's not black.
Nope. That groove has moved up and up and up. Pretty much the only thing you got left down there is the very tippy bottom and the very tippy top.
Yeah, just kind of gathered up a little too much of the wall. Looks like we're going to have 10 or 11 to go this time by. I see looks like the lights are still on. Yeah, so we'll have 10 laps to go.
10 laps to go already? Wow. Seems like this race just started.
No, they just moved back up to 12. Well, this is what happens when you don't have a caution every 5 laps.
Yeah, like they did today.
At one point, I think they lost count. I was watching while I was at work. They got up to 12 cautions during the truck race. After that, I didn't see them put up the number anymore. Again, this is the season finale. These guys will be taking a break during the summer, be back in the fall.
I think a few of these guys actually race these East Coast modifieds in real life.
It wouldn't surprise me any. This is, even though it's a small field, they're all really good drivers, which is why we don't have caution after caution.
I think Dylan Thomas showed up on my Facebook, people you may know, and his what he has on the track looks an awful lot like what's in his profile pictures. We are green flag racing. Matt Belt kind of stuttered off the start. as Holman's going to take sole possession of the lead as Belt's going to try and slide up on Petty. Going to dive it down low, trying to make, almost going to go 3 wide. Petty up against the wall, clicking the fence posts. They are 2 by 2 for the third spot. Belt down low, Petty up high, Thomas somewhere in the middle. As we're going to go side by side for third place yet again. It looks like Thomas is going to have the edge coming out of the corner, going to secure that third spot and take sole possession of that third spot as Holman looks to run away with just under 8 laps to go. Belt and Thomas side by side. Thomas wanting to get back up to that point spot. Is he going to have enough time to do it? We'll find out. He's going to clear Belt out of the corner, but Belt's is going to say, not today, going down the straightaways. Belt's in the wall, going to lose a lot of momentum. Here he comes, Dylan Thomas, knocking on the door of Brent Holman. Brent Holman's going to have to put on the drive of his life to hold off that 03 machine. As he's going to throw it down low, Holman up high, Thomas not quite able to get it done. They're going to go side by side. Caution is out. We're going to save this fight for a little bit later.
They're not showing the number 4 of John Bragman. I'm not sure what happened here.
John Bragman fell victim to a wall gremlin.
I can understand how that can happen if it was me driving.
Wall is hungry.
Boy, you can see there's not a lot of room there anymore.
Yeah, you ran with us Tuesday night last week at the Tuesday night Dirt Invaders over at Original Rebels at Lernerville, where there was no wall.
Yeah, it was easy to miss the wall there. Unfortunately, if you did get a little too far, you went over a cliff. You know, talking about these guys being such good drivers, I mean, these guys were there at Lernerville not too long ago, 2 weeks ago, I think. And boy, they were able to ride that cushion right up against that wall pretty well.
So, some drama is unfolding currently. If Dylan Thomas wins and Petty stays where he is, Thomas wins. Thomas will win the points. So if Holman holds off Thomas, Petty wins it.
Or if Petty happens to get one more position.
If Belt can hold off Petty and Thomas wins, Thomas wins. If Holman holds off Thomas, then Petty wins. So Thomas needs to kick a little bit of money to Belt and to hold him off. As inside 10 to go, I believe we're gonna go single file for this restart. Thomas is gonna put on he's gonna put on a show here, try to get around these boys.
I'm showing 7 laps to go right
Green
now.
flag is out. Holman gets a huge jump. Belt to the back bumper Thomas. 6 laps to go. Thomas is about to drive the wheels off that 03 machine. Gonna work underneath Holman as Belt has put a gap on Petty. Thomas working underneath Holman. He's won that championship. Come from behind victory as Dylan Petty has dominated the heart of this season. Four to go. Thomas is right there. He's going to get side by side with Holman going down the backstretch. He's going to clear him for a second here in turn 3 and 4. At the stripe, the leader will be Dylan Thomas as Petty is back there behind Matt Belt. Homan going to throw a slider crossover, going to try and get that lead back. He wants to cash in a dub on this short 5-week season, as Dylan Thomas is not today. I'm going to go tie a championship up. I'm not exactly sure what the tiebreaker is, but regardless, I think it will still fall in Petty's favor, I'm assuming it'll probably be a number of wins. The admins will discuss that after the race on what they're going to do for a tiebreaker.
Well, it's not over yet.
No, it's not over. It's about over. We are on the white flag lap. It's about over, Matt. Thomas down the backstretch. He's just got to navigate 3 and 4 one more time. Brent Homan far enough back that Thomas can just kind of cruise and relax his way to the win. Homan second, Belt third, Petty fourth, McMillan fifth, Creed sixth, Bragman seventh.
Congratulations, Dylan Thomas. We'll let Quentin Reed, the admin for this league, figure out all the points there. But boy, that couldn't have gotten any more tight, exciting.
Looks like we're watching a bit of a circus, trying to get these cars lined up for a podium picture. Oh, Thomas just blew his motor up.
Trying to get a good angle of this here. I guess it does matter now.
Dylan Petty wins the championship on the tiebreaker being the tiebreaker was number of wins.
So you got confirmation that Dylan Petty won it?
Dylan Petty won the championship on the tiebreaker being number of wins. I mean, at least made it interesting there for the final.
It certainly did.
So let's.
Looking for Matt Belt. I don't see him in the waiting room as of yet.
Matt Belt.
Let's bring in Brett Homan. He finished up second tonight.
Second and fourth unofficially in the points.
Mr. Brent, this is Matt and Alex in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah.
Boy, you kind of had a dominant car there late in the race, but after Quentin Reed came over the race control comm saying that if Thomas won it and Belt held off Petty, I thought you had the car for him, but Quentin kind of got that. Quentin gave Thomas that extra little motivation, and he was a man on a mission. Did you think you actually could have held him off, or were you just kind of gonna let him go and let him try and win a championship?
Oh no, not at all. Actually, no, I didn't realize where he was running, and he was entering in the black, and I was entering just a little too high. I think once I figured it out, right there at the end, minus that last corner, I reeled him back in a little bit. I think if we'd had 10 more laps, it might have been a race again. But yeah, no, he did a good job getting by me. I was not expecting that low to be that fast.
No, I wasn't either until he started throwing it down there. But good, a solid, consistent performance out of you this season. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. You gonna go back to the drawing board and trying to come back in season 2 and show these boys the what's what.
Yeah. The cool part about that is that, Petty and Thomas there were all teammates. So getting to slide around out here like that, it's a lot of fun. And, we get to heckle each other a little bit along the way.
Well, Brent, this is Matt. It was a treasure to be able to watch you guys this season. You guys are probably the best dirt drivers I've witnessed, and appreciate you all letting Intensity be a part of that. You got anybody you want to shout out or thank tonight before we let you go?
Yeah, well, one, thank y'all for broadcasting this. It's luckily we're starting to get more broadcasts out there, but it's nice to be able to go back and watch them. Quentin for putting this thing on, and him sticking with some of the BS he's had to deal with from other people and staying with it. I'm glad that he hasn't, let that get to him. So I appreciate him, and then of course everybody at SSR, the team.
All right, well, we appreciate it. Congratulations again. We look forward to seeing you next season.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Well, do you want the race winner or do you want the champion?
Let's bring in the race winner, Mr. Dylan Thomas. Dylan Thomas, is Matt and Alex in the booth. You got a copy?
And 4.
Congratulations on that win tonight. Was there a part into or a lap in the race, if you will, where you thought, boy, I might just have this championship wrapped up?
We didn't have the car count. If we had more cars, I think we could have done it. I know. Dude. I've just been given word I won it by 2 points.
Oh, did you?
Okay.
Well, how about them apples? We were under the understanding that you had come in second. That it was tied for points, but you came in second due to number of wins.
That's what I was told as well.
Well, is Quentin in the waiting room? Can we grab Quentin and bring him in here? Quentin, it's Matt and Alex in the booth. You got us?
I sure do.
Hey, we're here with Dylan Thomas, and we understand that Dylan Thomas is the season champion. Is that correct?
That is correct. Myself and my co-admin Zach just tallied up the points, and we forgot about the heat race bonus points that went out through the season. And due to Dylan's finishing position in the heat race, he got the 2-point advantage over Dylan Petty at the end of the race.
Wow.
Well, hey.
Congratulations, Dylan Thomas.
Race win and the championship.
Yeah, it was good racing. I expect that out of these guys I got in the league, and excited for our future seasons.
Folks, that has got to be the closest championship I've seen. So he won by two full points.
He won by 2 full points. He needed to win it, considering Dylan Petty's position, to win, and he needed to beat Dylan Petty by 2 to tie. Is what it was what it came down to.
Well, what do you think, Dylan? You had 1 point to spare.
Yeah, you didn't even have to pass Holman.
Oh man.
Yeah, you passed Holman for nothing.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Let the old man have one now.
Well, Dylan, we're gonna let you and Quentin go and bring in Dylan Petty, but Dylan Thomas, if you could hang out, we'll bring you back in just a minute, if that's all right.
I'll be here.
Dylan Petty, it's Matt and Alex in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy.
Boy, what a roller coaster of emotions for you right now.
Not at all, actually.
I mean, I'm going from being told you had the championship to you finished in second. Granted, you finished second to a teammate, a bitter rival, and a good friend, Dylan Thomas.
Honestly, it doesn't shock me because it has been so close all year. We knew going into it that it was going to be at the checker flag who was going to win points. We knew going into it. So it's not as big a deal as I thought it might be, not winning it like that. But, if I could have passed Belt and Homan there at the end, it would have been a tie for the win. So it would have went down to the tiebreaker like we thought it would. No big deal. Congrats to him. Man, he raced his ass off the entire season, to be honest. We both did. So it's pretty cool for us to be able to do that.
It's got to be a little bittersweet. You know, the bitter part that you didn't win, but the sweet part that he's also a good friend and teammate, right?
Oh, for sure. It's definitely a bittersweet moment to, for it to come across like that, like it did. But, it happens. It's part of racing. Like I said, we knew going into the night it was going to be down to the checker flag as to who could win the points. We knew that going into it, and we both told each other, if we wreck each other to win, we wreck each other to win. We're here to win the points. We weren't here to run second to each other. So most definitely congrats to him, and it is pretty awesome for him to be able to win the points.
No, I totally agree. I said to Brent Holman earlier, it was such a treasure and a treat to be able to broadcast for you guys. Some great racing, some of the best dirt racing I've seen, clean, the respect between drivers. Tell us a little bit about how this race went for you. You were up there in the lead, and then you guys got put to the rear, coming back up through the field. Looked like you guys were just going to take over 1-2 again, and looked like you just kind of got stuck in fourth.
Thomas got in the wall there with me running second, and Homan was below me. I didn't want to turn left too hard. I tried to get away from him when he got in the wall, and I got into him, and it took us all. It took both of us out. So we both went to the back, and I think Thomas may have figured out the bottom a little quicker than I did. I was up there, trying to fly it high, wide, and handsome and drive around him on the top, and that's my fault. I was being arrogant, trying to go fast, and I should have realized if I'd slowed down a little bit, I'd have been faster. I found it there in the last 2 laps, and it was too little too late.
Well, congratulations anyway on a well-deserved season. Finishing only 2 points out. You got anybody you want to shout out to, thank tonight before we let you go?
I want to thank my wife, my little girl. They leave me alone every week, let me do this. I want to thank everybody over at SSR. So, Dylan Thomas, Jared Winholtz, Brent Holman, Corey Whitworth, Josh Blanchard. Those guys make us who we are. I mean, we are so fast because we race each other so hard. And I want to thank Quentin and you guys for sure. Definitely y'all for broadcasting it. Quentin for putting this on. And all the guys that ran this league consecutively that raced with the respect that you talked about. You don't find that in a whole lot of leagues. You'll find guys that'll move you regardless. And there was a whole lot of respect shown and a lot of give and take going on all season long. So I want to thank everybody that ran for just the respect between racers for sure. And I definitely had to give a huge shout out. I don't know if y'all noticed the new paint scheme tonight to Mike at Mike M Designs. This was a scheme that came off actually a real car from around here locally to me. And I sent it to him. I said, hey, can you make this work on a big block? He said, I can knock it out. He did it. And it's just absolutely amazing. I love it. It looks really good. So most definitely a special thanks to him for that.
Yeah, that was a sharp-looking car.
Well, we certainly appreciate having you here. We appreciate the opportunity that Quentin and the whole league gave to us at Intensity Broadcasting. We wish you the best of luck over the summer and look forward to seeing you again in the fall.
Oh, most definitely. As soon as Average Joe starts back up, you can guarantee I'll be here. Like I said, the respect in this league is bar none the best, and I don't really plan on racing a whole lot throughout the summer with real racing going on, kind of like they're doing. So as soon as fall comes back around, I will be back.
Yeah, we look forward to it. We appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you.
Most definitely. Thank y'all.
All right, let's bring in. Well, Matt Belt is in here. Should we bring in third place? Why not?
We hit everybody else. And we still got to bring in
Matt Belt,
Tom.
Matt and Alex in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah. What's up?
Man, good run tonight. Third place finish. Did you have anything left in the tank there towards the end, or were you just trying to keep
Nope.
Dylan Petty behind you?
I was just trying to keep Petty behind me. I really had nothing there. I had a good run there, laps I'd say 20 to 40 or 20 to 35, where the bottom started to run off and everyone started moving up the track. But yeah, once it got slick, I was trying to figure out what was faster and what was not. But I mean, Brent and Thomas, they figured it out and they started running away. And so I was figuring I'd just keep Petty behind me.
No, good run as always. We appreciate you guys letting Intensity Broadcasting be a part of this. It's been a great league. We really appreciate the opportunity. Some really great racing. And, we were just talking to Dylan Petty about the respect between drivers here, and it really shows.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a great group of guys here. We just wish we get a few more guys in for next season later in the year. But yeah, so far we have a good group of guys.
No,
Yeah, we don't no dirty driving.
No, it's been a real treat, and even a couple of wrecks, that we've noticed that they're just plain old racing deals.
Yeah.
You put a bunch of cars out in the track going 100, 140 miles an hour, that's going to happen, right?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's just gonna go down. You're going 120 or so at Bristol or any other track with these cars.
So let me ask you, are you all set for next year?
Not yet. We're gonna change some stuff up, I think. But well, we might keep it random draw for heats and for the heats because I don't know. It keeps the best guys from not running away with every single race. So we're probably gonna keep a random draw. Last I heard, and we haven't really talked about anything else yet, but I think that's the one certain thing is random draw stuff. I really like that.
Well, we got a little bit of time yet. What do you have a month or a date in mind for when you guys start up in the fall?
No idea. No idea. All I know is it'll be after the summer.
So it's safe to say September, October?
Yeah, something like that when the actual real racing season's over.
Well, I'll tell you what, once you guys know something, why don't you shoot a message over to me or Alex or Dayton or any of the other guys at Intensity, and we'll get it splashed out there so that people know you guys are coming up.
Yep. Yeah. No problem.
All right. Well,
yeah, I'll do that.
Hey, certainly appreciate it, Matt. Congratulations again on a successful season, third place finish tonight. You got any shout-outs or thank yous or anything like that before we let you go?
Just my lady as always. She deals with me, and and Quentin and Zach. The three of us. Well, it was really Quentin, and then me and Zach just kind of tag along for the ride.
I understand.
Does everything else.
That does all the work, and everyone else gets the credit.
Yeah, basically. Zach and I don't do anything.
No, not at all, right? Well, Matt, thanks a lot. We appreciate it. Thank you for letting Intensity be a part of this broadcast this year. We hope you'll hit us up again for the fall. Have a great summer, and we'll be in touch. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, and let's bring in the champ, Dylan Thomas, right? Make sure I'm grabbing the right one. Mr. Dylan Champ Thomas, you back with us?
I'm back.
Man, congratulations. Did you let the air out of the balloon yet?
Oh, I had a beer.
Well, congratulations. Man, what a swing of emotions from coming in second to being the season champion.
And I was happy either way because it's going to be a 1-2, so.
Yeah, and, it was just, so much fun for us. Even though we've had our technical difficulties and we're still getting the bugs ironed out, or, to be able to watch some really great racing from you guys and to be able to call that and be a part of it, it's been a real treat for us. We appreciate it, so thank you for all that.
We appreciate y'all for putting the broadcast on. I enjoy Tuesday morning at work, sitting there watching it before we got to get down to it.
Not only that, but since you won tonight, I don't know if Quentin shared this. I believe he has, but you get $10 extra coming your way.
Yeah, I knew that deal was out there because we were down there talking. He actually still owed Petty the money from last week.
I sent it to him, so it's not on me. I got the receipt even. What do you say, Alex? Anything you'd like to ask Mr. Thomas, the champion for this season, before we let him go?
No, not really, other than your sponsors.
Man, I got to thank Mike M Designs for the killer-looking ride here. My teammates Brent Holman and Dylan Petty we run hard, but we run clean. If we end up taking each other out, we usually own up to it and call for our EOL or whatever. And if y'all need something to watch, y'all need to log into Belly Up Sports and watch this Talladega race we're fixing to have, because that's going to be exciting.
When is that? Tell us a little bit about it.
It my bad. It fires up at 8:30.
What time zone?
Central.
Okay, because I'm saying it's 9:12 on the East Coast.
Yeah, I'm
So
used to my.
in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'm actually missing practice right now.
Well, we'll let you go get to it. Thanks for jumping in. And
Now, usually when y'all interview me, I'm in the car, but I had to stay in Discord and monitor everything tonight. So it's Talladega. Who needs practice?
that's right. Just get behind someone and push them.
Thank y'all for the broadcast, and thank everybody at Average Joe's for putting this deal together. It was really fun, and hopefully our fall season we can get a bigger car count.
Roger that. We look forward to it. Thank you and enjoy your summer. You know what? I'm going to do something a little strange because we got just a couple minutes left. We should have been off air by now, but I want to bring in Zach McMillan from Grace Excavation. Zach, it's Matt and Alex in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Hey, wanted to bring you in here. You've been a season-long sponsor with Grace Excavation. Could you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, it's just a kind of a small family-owned business. We do a bunch of drainage and clearing properties and stuff like that.
Where are you located? How far? What's your
Morgantown.
reach? Morgantown, West Virginia.
Yep, Morgantown, Fairmont area.
So, is it safe to say within maybe 75 miles of there?
Yeah, 60, 70 miles.
So we've been pumping out Grace Excavation on Facebook and throwing out the phone number 304-276-6795.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. You guys do a great job broadcasting.
Well, easy now. We're still learning. I consider myself a rookie yet, but we're trying to get better every week and do the best we can for these guys.
It shows the work you guys have put in because it does. It looks really good.
So hopefully, you'll be reaching out to us when you start up in the fall. We've really enjoyed the racing on screen, on the track.
This is a great group of guys. I don't care if you're finishing last. Everybody that races this series is good.
And it's not just that they're good drivers. Everybody, and it comes across in the racing too, is that everybody really respects each other.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nobody's out there to wreck someone for a win, and you see it on the racing.
It is a very, very good league. Quentin puts on a great job. Does a great job with it.
Well, we'll give you a chance here before we let you go. Any shout-outs or thank yous or anything like that?
Just thank my fiance, Kayla, and my daughter for putting up with me, iRacing all the time.
I understand. I got a wife and a couple of small ones at my house that they can't understand why I want to get on the mic and talk to people that aren't in front of me. So, well, thank you, Zach. We appreciate it. Good luck to you, and we hope to see you again in the fall.
Hey, thank you guys. You guys have a good one.
All right, good night.
All right, night.
Alex, great race, great season finale, great season overall. I've really enjoyed working with you and being able to cover these guys. You got any thoughts about the season? Looking forward to the fall?
Oh yeah, looking forward to the fall. That was a lot of good racing in a short 5-week season. I mean, short seasons calls for consistency throughout the season because you only get 5 shots to finish good, and it brought out the best of the drivers.
That it did. Like you said, you only have 5 races. It's not like you got 40 of them, and if you have one bad race, it doesn't matter. Well, I want to thank Alex. I want to thank Average Joe, Quentin, the rest of the gang. For Intensity Broadcasting, I am Matt Knights, joined tonight by Alex Veith. Until next time, over and out.